A little saging for the haters. We'll get this shit out of here, because we don't do that negative shit. We don't do that here. What's up, guys? Yep, I'm saging my area, saging this video. I'm saging you too. Everybody up in this. Alright, let me calm down. How's it going, guys? Welcome to part 2 of how to survive suicide. These are the last 12 guidances that I'm going to be explaining to y'all if you are dealing with suicide yourself, or maybe you're watching for someone else, someone you love. Maybe you're just curious to know how this understands. This is part 2, so if you haven't seen part 1, be sure to check the description box below. That is the link to part 1. And then if you want to, it doesn't matter if you watch part 2 first or number 1 first. It really doesn't matter in the order. But if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Alright, guys, so let's go ahead and continue with the last 12 guidances for how you can survive the suicidal state of mind, and what you can do with these daily practices, and try to get through life and become a better person, so that way you can get yourself out of the emotions and out of the edges and out of the urges for good. And it's not going to be going away just right away, but at least these things that I'll be helping you with can help you day to day, week to week, month to month, and year to year, and put these into practices, and I promise you it's going to help you, because it's helped me. Number 13, night shift. Get away from it. There are some of us that do work the night job, and sometimes it gives us more money, but if you can get out of night shift, go to day shift. I've noticed that a lot of miserable people, for some odd reason, tend to be overnight workers. Those tend to be the outcasted. Those tend to be the misunderstood. The people that are not people pleasers. They don't want to have to deal with a lot of stuff. And if you want to stay in that, stay just like that, that's something you're going to have to work on, and then that's something you're going to have to get out of eventually. You need human interaction, and you need sunlight. You need to face your fears with all that. You have to go out there and do stuff that scares you sometimes, stuff that does make you nervous, because that is something that it is a very natural human thing to do, to be like, to have human communication, to have sunlight, to see everything. Why would you want to stay in a world of darkness when it's going to keep you in that state of mind all the time? So my suggestion is, get a job or have a job that requires you to be in the daytime. If it gets you at nighttime, be sure to keep yourself healthy. Be sure to get sunlight at some point, maybe after work. Make that a daily habit. At least try to get some morning sunlight at some point if you are working night shifts. But my advice is to come to the daytime and get out of the cave of depression, because it does do that. Number 14. Know your triggers. Know the signs. What triggers you? What are the signs of what causes you to want to end it? What are the things that consistently remind you of that certain emotion, and to the point to where you don't want to be here? What is it? Is it a person? Is it a place? Is it a song? Is it the environment? What is it? Is it a certain picture? Is it an object? Is it a place? Is it a person? What is it? Is it a conversation? Is it a certain color? Maybe it's a certain animal. It could be anything. Anything in this world could possibly trigger you that reminds you of something that happened in the past, which is why you have depression, why you have trauma, why you have suicidal tendencies. Know your triggers, know what sets you off, know what makes you mad, know what makes you sad. Do everything you can to get rid of it. Stay away from it, or have a plan of action to get away from it any way you can. Sometimes we are in choices where we have to face it, and sometimes this gets the best of us, and sometimes this actually makes us stronger. So my suggestion to y'all is to find out what your triggers are, know them, see if they are possible to get rid of or to overcome. And as soon as you know what all these are, put it into practice, put it into play to either get away or accept it and have it make you a stronger person. And it's going to help, guys. When you know what makes you mad and sad and what sets you off, you are already on your way to that step to succeed and get away from depression. Number 15. This is going to be the most challenging one. Accept the past. You have to accept it. The mind does tend to want to bring it up quite a bit, and it's something that just pops into your head every single day. Maybe you're thinking of a certain person, a scene, an incident, something that's happened in the past that hurt you, something that you were traumatized, something that really messed you up, and you're having a hard time trying to forgive the situation, forgive the energy, forgive the person, forgive yourself, and you have a hard time trying to let that go. But I will tell you this: the faster you get to accepting it and pressing on, the faster your happiness is going to be coming to you. You're going to start to find your power again. You're going to start to find who you are again, and your life is going to start being very joyful, and you're going to feel like a human again once you accept what was and proceed to what is now, in order to get to what can be or what could be in the future. In order for you to get to those goals that I was talking about in part 1, you have to make it a mission day by day by day to find ways to get yourself out of these these emotions and find ways to distract yourself. I'll give you a good example, guys. I'm going to give you a very personal good example. Whenever I am here at the house, whenever I am out and about in public, whenever I'm at work, it doesn't matter where I'm at, who I'm with, at all. And every single time I had those urges, every single time I had depression, every time I thought I knew I was going to have anxiety, and I felt it coming, that thought came, that feeling came, and I was like, no, stop. So what I do is, when I know I get those urges, I stomp my foot and I snap my fingers, but I do it at the same time. So when I can feel myself, let's say for example, talking to someone during conversation, or maybe I'm doing something at work and it just hits me out of nowhere, sometimes I'll go, stop, 1, 2, 3, stop. 1, 2, 3, stop. When you say 1, 2, 3, make it a mission to your head that you're going to stop that shit. You have the button to push stop mentally. So once again, 1, 2, 3, stop. Or just, if you don't want to do all that, try just closing your eyes and snapping your fingers, or just stop. Whatever you want to do, whatever body language you feel like you want to do, maybe stop. Use your hands, use physical motion, and make that a reminder to be the alert system in your body that, hey, it's time to push the button. It's time to remind yourself, don't you go there. You don't need to go there. You don't have to go there. So push the button. Push that mental button and find a way to bring it out physically, and to make sure you get that into a routine, And that actually does help, guys. I promise you. Find a physical way from your body to remind yourself, hey, I need to stop that. That's not good for me. So that's what I do, guys. And hopefully it helps you too. Number 16. Learn your body. Learn about your mind. Learn about your trauma. Learn about what makes you stressed. Learn about yourself. Find out more about your body. What foods make you feel better? What foods make you feel bad? What supplements do you take? What supplements do you not take? What supplements should you take? What kind of liquids do you think you should be drinking? What kind of liquids are you not drinking? Find out what is good for you. Find out whatever you have. If you need to go, maybe go see a doctor to find out where you are up here, do so. Or you can do your own homework. YouTube is a good friend that you can find anything out. So is Google. Look up your own homework. You don't need to pay someone to find out what you can yourself. Internet access is one of the biggest things that we should be very grateful for, and we are very lucky enough to have to even make this happen. So learn about your body, guys. Know it. Get to know it. You don't understand yourself? Do some homework. Go to Google and start researching the things that relate to you. You have certain things, maybe certain tendencies, certain acts, certain behaviors. Look them up and try to find out what causes it, what has caused it, and what you can do to make it better. Do this and make it a practice, and help yourself by doing some homework about finding out about your body, your ways, your characters, your behaviors, your emotions, everything. Do that for yourself. It's going to help you. Number 17. Conversate with other people that have been or are suicidal. You can talk with people that they probably have never experienced it. Maybe they only experienced it one time. And they can listen to you and they can advise you, but it's a whole nother ball game, guys, when you find people who actually know how it feels, when people who've been struggling with it. I remember that when I was, and I'll tell you guys, I have no shame at all telling you, I was in a mental hospital in 2013, and I remember receiving the best advice, the most love, the best support from everyone else that was in there. The doctors and the staff had no idea what to do or to say. They just wanted to diagnose and just study you and your ways and write down what they think is wrong with you, and then they would prescribe you this and that, and that was nothing compared to human conversation, interaction with other people that were in pain as well, trying to help each other, trying to suggest one another on what they could do according to different situations. People have really messed up situations in their life. Some people have it way worse than others, and it does take people a long time to accept the past and forget the trauma, that they find themselves being so traumatized they get stuck. I know you don't want to do that for forever. I know you don't want to be like that for months. I know you don't want to be like that for years. Why? Life is short. Life goes by fast. Get yourself out. Do not use people and take them for granted because they are an easy access to your personal happiness. No. Don't do that. Find a way to do it yourself. I am a wounded warrior, but I'm a warrior. I might be wounded, but I am a king, and I know I'll survive. You have to view yourself as a warrior. You might be wounded, but you are a strong, wounded warrior. You are a good You are a king. You are a queen. Own that shit. Accept it. And fight. Number 18. Social media. You are not alone. You are never alone. You're on YouTube. You're on Instagram. You're on Facebook. You're on TikTok. Everyone has a phone. Make way to talk to people. Get yourself out there. Communicate with people. Social media is a good way to conversate with people that you've never met before. People that have the similar interest as you do. Sometimes that doesn't matter. Sometimes we end up getting along with people that we never would think would get along with us. They don't look nothing like us. They look like they don't have anything in common with us. But sometimes you'd be very surprised that sometimes a person who looks and acts completely opposite from you ends up being the best option, and not the people that look like they have the best things to tell you. Sometimes it doesn't roll like that, guys. So my point is, social media is a good way and a good access to get to those people and to find your tribe, to find those right people that can see you, that can hear you, that read the way you do your words, that read you as a person, as a whole, and they make a determination if they want to vibe with you. Are you someone they can relate to, vibe to? Are they someone that they can't? They'll make that determination, and that is how we make human friendships or relationships. But use social media because you are not alone. Number 19. Meditation. Do your homework, look it up. There are many forms of meditation. For example, you could just sit there, close your eyes, take a breather, and you could either block your thoughts and just sit there and try to block out your thoughts, take a moment to yourself and not think of anything. That's a form of meditation. Another one is to let your thoughts come through. But in this case, for people that are trying to get away from the thoughts that could possibly trigger them, a good way to handle and good way to do this is to try to escape those thoughts, defeat those thoughts. Matter of fact, there is something that I've started to do, guys, that has been helping me so much, and I advise this to everybody. Don't care if you're suicidal or not suicidal, I advise this to everyone. It's been helping me every night. What happens is whenever I remember certain bad situations and I could see the scene in my head, I could hear the person, see the color, see everything in detail with all my senses inside of my mind, and I'm seeing it on replay. What I do is I see what's going on inside my head that's causing me pain, and what I do instead is, if I know I'm gonna have a hard time trying to get those mental images and feelings out of my head, I do something very opposite. I go to that past and I go to that memory, I go in that memory and I do something completely different in that memory, in that scene, all in my head. If there was something that I said wrong, I will correct it in that memory. If there was something that I physically did to someone or said to, anything, any sort of action, I will mentally change my course of action, change what I did, change what I said, how I did it, how I said it, and I force my mind to change that scene for the better. How could that have been sorted out a whole lot differently from it escalating to where it has resulted in a negative outcome? If you're having a hard time trying to get those images and they're on replay, instead of drowning in those memories of what had happened, go to your mind and start to fix and dissect and break apart and put in what you would have done, and put that in your mind to where what you would have said and what you would have done, and see how the outcome would have happened for a better result. For every single traumatic scene, moment, time in your life, whatever has been making you triggered with a certain person or place, go to those memories and start to fix them with what you would have done now that you are in the future or in the present, and you know what you could have done. Apply it to your mind mentally. You start to do that and you'll realize, you put that into practice and you'll start to realize those haunting memories will actually start to fade away night by night by night by night. You'll start to feel better. You'll start to vibrate better. Your energy will start to lift up because you are starting to fix yourself. You're starting to forgive yourself, and you are starting to fix what needs to be fixed. And it all starts up here, guys. This is one of the biggest suggestions I have for people. Put it into practice. Tell me what you think, guys. Comment about that, and tell me if it's been helping y'all and what y'all been doing about that. It is so interesting to do, guys. Try it. Number 20. Make a bucket list and plan to do it. I have made a list for myself every 2 months of what I want, what I desire, what I wish, and what I want to do. Just about 90% of everything that I said that I wanted to do or wanted to get or wanted to buy actually has came to me. And sometimes we don't get every single thing, but that's okay. You see it on your fridge every single day. You see it on your desk. You see it in your home, your house, maybe your phone. And you see what you're going to do in the future. Make it a mission to actually do it. And trust yourself that you are going to get that thing. You are going to see that person. You are going to get to that destination. Get to that object. Get to what you really want or need. It's going to happen. Look at it every day, and it does wonders, guys. But make a list. It doesn't matter if they're small things. It doesn't matter if they're off the wall things. It doesn't matter if it feels like they are just things that you just dream of. If you could possibly have deja vu through dream work, if you dream of something in the future, and if you dream of something and you end up reliving that moment and you have that deja vu moment, who's to say that you can't write down something that you want or need? Think about it, dream about it, and get to it. Think about that. Think about that quite a bit, and do yourself a favor, write that list, start making plans, start taking action to get to those things on your list. Live life, guys. Number 21, pets. I'm a cat guy. I don't care if you have parrots, don't care if you have rabbits, cows, horses, dogs, reptiles, it doesn't matter. Pets are living creatures. They give us so much joy when we're feeling lonely, down, and anxious. And what's very beautiful about having pets around you is when you are in the urges of wanting to not want to live, your pets know this. The animals around you are so aware of how you're feeling, they actually come to you and comfort you. They won't let you be sad. They won't let you drown like that. They come to you, they acknowledge you, they look at you, or they'll come rub on you, showing you love. And that is their way of showing you, hey, I'm here, I love you, are you okay? What do you need anything? And that is an animal that shows their homeowner that they care for them, they love them, and that they want to be acknowledged so that they can give you that love. The energy of an animal is beautiful, and when you receive that love from the animal, it's you start to build yourself. You start to get the energy that you're missing from what you have lost. And the animal that you're holding or encountering does help these situations. They bring so much joy when you take care of them properly. You give them love, you acknowledge them, you play with them, and in return, your animal will come to you when you need it. They will show you love. And sometimes, animals just show you love regardless. When they see you, they're just so happy to see you. So if they just know that if they are very much capable of showing you love when you get here, it is very possible for them to show you love in times of crisis. Hold them. I've done it so many times. My cats have let me hold them, squeeze them, and just hold them so much, so close to me, so tightly while I cried like a effing baby. And it's helped me so much. And they're there for you. I would highly suggest you get pets in those times and in those moments, so that way you can have an encounter with a very loving energy to help you and to stop you from getting to that edge. Number 22, identify your bad habits. We all have them. We all have things we were not all proud of doing or having. What are they? And if you have bad habits, identify it. Identify what things that you could be working on. Identify if you're a rude person to majority of people because you don't feel like being a people person. Is it that? Do you have a bad habit of not being a clean person? Is it that? Do you have a bad habit of keeping yourself drowning when you know you should be doing things to get yourself out of it, which is then going to cause you to get to the edge of suicidal tendencies? Is it that? Identify what you're doing, acknowledge it, and start to make a plan to get yourself out of that. Change it. Stop doing that. Why are you doing that? For what? If you want and need the proper help and attention, you don't need to keep yourself drowned when there are many ways to get yourself out. Now, people can help you and people can talk to you and suggest to you, but in the end, once you are on the state of mind of, hey, I'm doing all right now. Hey, I'm pretty happy today. Hey, I'm doing pretty well today. Okay, on those days, if you're clear-minded enough to realize, hey, I'm on a very good vibration today, what are the things that I can review about what I do or what I said that then cause me to stay in the negative mindset? Is it something that I can change? And if so, what can I do? The next person that comes to me, I'll apply it. The next place that I go to, I'll apply it. The next situation that comes into my life, I'll apply it. And start doing that, guys. Yes. Put these into your daily routine and know them very well and identify them and change them day by day by day, and you will become a better person, which is going to help you mentally, which will then help you get rid of these tendencies that you feel. Number 23, hold yourself accountable for all these things that I just explained. Apply all of these. This is number 23, so the last 22 things that I had just talked about in this video and the last video, apply it, hold yourself accountable. Are you actually going to do it? Are you actually going to try it? I want you to. You need to. Try it. Try every single one of these things. Maybe some of these things that I suggested you've never done before. Try it. It's going to help you guys. I would never suggest anything publicly that was, that could potentially put me in a bad place. And I know these are coming from personal experiences and personal perception and personal opinion, personal statements, and it's personal advice, but it's still the best advice I've ever done for myself. And guess what, guys? no one, and I mean no one, suggested me anything. I was living in pain for years. I wanted to end it for years for many different reasons, for many different situations that was just causing me to just stay in it. And it was very up and down, up and down. And it was very miserable. So apply these things and hold yourself accountable and make sure that you actually try these things. I had to realize this pain was either going to drown me or scope me. But I fucking chose to scope myself. Even if that took years, months, and time, I knew that I was going to do it. And I knew I didn't want to die. You may have felt like you wanted to, and I may have felt like I wanted to, and sometimes I just couldn't handle it, but you know you're not going to. You know you don't want to. You may feel like you want to. You may feel like you might actually want to do it, or have to do it, or need to do it because you don't want to have to deal with it, but I am afraid that the only way out is through the hardest way. You have to face it, you have to accept it, you have to find ways to help yourself. At the end of every single day, it's your life, your mind, your body, your path. You have to help you. And in the end, you'll find out that out of all your friends and out of all your family and out of all your coworkers, acquaintances, and partners, only you are going to be able to do you and know what's good for you, what's bad for you, for your own life, for your own good. Only you are going to be able to know this. That means only you are going to be able to help yourself. Now, for sensitive people, I know that sounds like a very lonely way of thinking, but when you come and think about it, everyone else, we are never alone. We're never alone. Personally, to fulfill something inside of you, you have to fulfill that yourself. And then once you fulfill something inside yourself, the right people will notice it and notice you, and they will be drawn to you. And those will be the people and the places and the situations that you're actually needing and wanting for a better life. It all starts with you. But get yourself out of situations and mindsets that are going to keep you in a very low vibration, in a very dark state of mind, a dark energy. Get out of it. Stop it. I know that it's very miserable for you. Get rid of it. I know you want to. I do it. I did it. Be happy. Find ways to be happy. You deserve it. You deserve to be happy. There's no reason why you shouldn't be happy. Just because someone made you feel like you don't deserve to be happy, who cares, man? That's their opinion. What about you? What about you? You could have majority of people in a store look at you and just not like you just simply because of your ears, because of your tats, because of the way you speak, because of your character. But should you care? Is their opinions are really going to bother you that much to where you can't live life? No! No! This is my body, my life, my time, my energy, my wants, my needs, my desires, my likes, my life. You need to start doing things to help yourself, guys. If there's anybody that would like to message me, find me on Facebook, Michael Rodriguez. I go under so many names. I go by Acid Warhead, I go by the Astral Finder, Mark Production Films, Master Mark. I go by multiple names, guys, on Facebook. All those names are for many different reasons, but if you just want to talk to me on YouTube, that's fine. Comment below. Tell me what y'all thought of these things. Also, one more thing, guys, which is number 24. This is simple. Go grab life by the ass. Life has been grabbing us way too long. You go flirt with life. You go play with life's booty. You go out there and grab life's ass. It's your turn. I hope this video helped, guys. If there's anything else that y'all probably think I could have mentioned in this list that maybe y'all apply with y'all's own life, let me know. And I will be making a whole lot more videos for y'all. And there's just so many things to discuss, and I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope y'all enjoyed this whole thing, and please like, subscribe, share, comment with other people that could really use this, and rewatch these videos if you have to in order to help you in your life, guys. I send y'all good love and light, good energy. I love y'all. I love myself. Y'all love yourself. Y'all can do this. I am a wounded warrior. You are a wounded warrior, but we can fucking do this. Let's go.